Up United! Glory, glory, Man United! Glory, glory, Man United! So, four straight win. Man United fans are on a high right now. What do I think of the match? Yeah, it was not our best performance, but I think we did what we needed to do. When we considered that goal, I was actually thinking, okay, it's going to be one of those matches where we try and then we end up losing the game. Because I think before scoring that equalizer, Arsenal was totally on top. But on the whole, I think we didn't do so bad. This is not how Ten Hag wants to play. You can tell already because Ten Hag wants to have a lot of the ball, control possession, much like what Arsenal did. But he, as a pragmatic coach, he's making the best of what he has. You know, he's a type of coach I would like to play out the back, but obviously the guy gets nervous when we try to do that, so he plays long instead. So you understand that he's that kind of pragmatic coach. He would sit back against an Arsenal team. Let's not forget that Arsenal have had a lot more time together as a team, so you can see the routines. Those routines have been honed and perfected on the training pitch. So you would not expect Man United to play in that kind of fluidity. So it was, and Arsenal were always going to dominate the ball. But when you look at the stats from the game, it's surprisingly Arsenal actually had 60% to Man United 40%, which I didn't think was so bad. Going to shots, they had 15-10. Not so bad. I would have the way the game went, you would think they totally outplayed us. But one of the major things that struck me was the kilometer distance covered. Man United covered 105 kilometers and Arsenal covered 105.2 kilometers. That's all you want from Man United. Effort. Even if the quality might be lacking in some of the players, but the least you can do is put in that effort and you can see the improvement. Unlike the game against Brighton where we ran 13 kilometers less than Brentford. You can see against Arsenal we were running, trying to close down. Arsenal beat the press a couple of times. They are a good team. You get Arsenal is a good team. I have to give it up to them. They beat our press several times. But what was the most important thing was that even after they beat the press, the team, Man United's team, always recovered. Cover the spaces, made sure that there were no those half spaces for Arsenal players like Odegaard to turn and play those killer passes, of which I think before Odegaard left, he was excellent. His passes forward are so accurate and he finds the spaces. It was his pass that caused the mix-up before the goal, before Arsenal equalized. So the team was good in that regard. When our press was beat, we closed. We tried to press, push them out wide. It worked sometimes. It didn't work sometimes, but it's a work in progress. I think we need to understand that. And if we put that in mind, that it's a work in progress, this team will get better. Ten Hag doesn't have all the players or the type of players he would want. You will see that yes, we have a very, very tactically astute coach. You could even see a lot of time I say in modern football, talking about formation, the formation you see at the beginning of the match, 4-2-3-1, those things are as useless as can be in modern football because in the game, formations are constantly changing. You are seeing a 3-3-3 formation, a 2-4. You get, so that's how modern football is. You evolve and it's about the position of players on the pitch have become so exact because they want to create overloads. You can see Arsenal were doing it with Zinchenko moving into the midfield to create an overload of players in that midfield. Part of the reason why they controlled the game. Man United have tried it with Malacia doing it. Did it against Leicester. You get coming into the midfield to create an overload, create an extra man to play those passes around. So it's definitely doesn't matter the formation you see at the beginning of the match. What matters is what they do in the pitch on the pitch during the game, and that's where I love Ten Hag. You see, he was always communicating when he made those substitutions. He was switching the formations to four in the midfield. He was showing the players positions where they should be. That's what you call an exact. The players are being coached for the first time in a very long time. You will not see Soksha. Soksha is vibes and inshallah. Come, okay, you want to go in? See, just go in, pressure them, it's ginger. You get, but you can see that Ten Hag is being detailed with the positional play and how he wants the players to position. So let's go into who was my man of the match. It's a tough one. I know most people would go for Rashford because he scored 2 goals and got an assist. But there's so much to choose from. I will just highlight the 3 players I think played best in our team: Rashford, Bruno, and Eriksen. Bruno misplaced passes every now and then. If you listen to his post-match interview, he actually says he knows. He tells Rashford, just make the runs. I might play those passes, I might miss it 10 times, but keep making it. Just one, I make it and it goes through, just score the goal. Let them put the blame on me. So it's clear he knows that he's a bit wasteful with his passes, but it's a deliberate thing because you try a lot of times, you might just hit the jackpot, which he does regularly. So he knows he misplaces passes, but he still has that vision to get things going, to turn and play forward. That's one thing I love about him. When as he's receiving the ball, he's turning and looking to feed the ball into space, play forward passes, and he was doing that a lot. The first goal, it was his pass into Sancho that got things rolling. Come on, you can't talk about that assist for the second goal. That was a beautiful pass with the outside of the foot, perfect weight of pass. You get into Rashford. What can you say? The third goal, he gave the pre-assist. He fed the ball into Eriksen before Eriksen fed Rashford. So excellent game. Rashford as well. I felt he was dominated. Rashford can't hold the ball up, but in games where there are lots of places to run behind, come on, we all know that that's Rashford's bread and butter. So it's no surprise that he broke the defense time without number. I think that this game was perfect for him and he executed perfectly well. And then there's Eriksen, who in my opinion is my man of the match. Eriksen, since he joined us, has been outstanding. Not just the way he controls the game, but the way he plays passes that break the lines. I'm talking passes into Fernandes. For the first goal, he received that ball close to in our half of the field, and immediately one touch, he's releasing it straight into Bruno. Do you know how many times he finds Bruno's with straight diagonal passes breaking the lines in a game? You would not get that with Fred or McTom. So, and he gives us so much control on the game. And you can see how much value Ten Hag places on him. Even when Ten Hag shuffles the positions of the players, he leaves Eriksen in the middle. The second goal, it was his pass into Bruno. He received the ball. You can see how it works. So that's spine of the team. He received the ball, immediately releases it to Bruno. Bruno finds Rashford. Another line-breaking pass that led to a goal. The third one, beautiful run. And you know he would make the right choice. That's the thing about Eriksen. When he receives the ball, you know he would make a choice that you would say, I couldn't fault him for making that choice. He makes the right choice a lot of the times. I think it was I forgot which match, whether Southampton or Leicester, when Bruno received the ball in an advanced position on the edge of the opponent's 18-yard box. And Bruno's instinct normally is to turn and then play a Hollywood pass. As Bruno received the ball, Eriksen calmed him down and told him, wait, hold that ball, pass. Let's control the game. And then Man United played the ball, played out to the back. You had that semblance of control on the game, and that's what I think he has brought to United. He's been excellent, keeping control of the ball, and I think his like the glue that makes the defense and the attack stick right now. Before his presence in that team, we weren't getting as much forward passes being played into Bruno. Bruno was isolated a lot, but now you see that as he's receiving the ball, he's making that half turn, looking forward, trying to make those forward passes. Little wonder I was listening to Paul Scholes' analysis, and that was exactly the same thing Paul Scholes was saying. As a midfielder himself, he knows how when you receive the ball and you are immediately turning to look forward, that in and itself is a very, very valuable skill for a player to have. Even if you might not be able to hit those passes yet, but the fact that you are aware of what is going on ahead of you, with time, you can train yourself to make those passes and you will get better. So Eriksen has been wonderful for us, and I think he's my man of the match not by a mile. The team put in a lot of good effort. I still think there's a lot of room for improvement. We are not there yet by a mile. By a stretch, we are not there yet at all. We still have a lot to do. We cannot play counter-attacking football every time. We will have games where teams will sit off, and I think that's games like those. That's where people like Anthony and Sancho would really shine. But we will get better the more we work together on the training field and get those coordinations in terms of the movements going. I was a bit scared with Martinez limping off. I think we are playing Europa League this midweek, so that can be a chance for him to rest. Speaking of Martinez limping off, Maguire, why does it always... Maguire just seems like when he's playing, everyone gets shaky around him. It was when he came in that that error was made. Granted, the error came from Casemiro. He gave the ball away. And then Maguire went ahead to make the foul and got a yellow card. But it was the right decision because you could tell Gabriel Jesus was going to beat him all day. So Maguire will have a chance to play midweek on Thursday when we play in the Europa League. I hope Martinez isn't too much of a strain. I don't know when Anthony Martial is coming. We still hope for that. Rashford was holding his hamstring towards the end of the game. I hope that's fine as well. But all in all, it's looking good for United fans. We are not being trolled anymore. Glory, glory, Man United. So, that's my post-match reaction for United against Arsenal. Let me get your feedback. What do you think about the team? How do you think we performed today? What could have been done right? What went wrong? Let me get your feedback. This is Up United, a channel for United fans to come and gist about the club we love. Until next time, it's Up United.